Jake, congratulations on the victory. Are you surprised that went the distance?
First and foremost, Mike Tyson, it's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend.
Jake Paul's wallet isn't just fat, it's on steroids. While we're out here agonizing over whether to pay extra for guac, Jake's dropping millions like he's playing life on cheat mode. Mansions, he's hoarded them. Supercars, they're his personal Hot Wheels. Stick around because we'll introduce you to the absurdly pricey world of Jake Paul's lifestyle. Warning, side effects include jaw-dropping and financial envy. First up, let's talk about Jake Paul's houses. And by houses, I mean architectural flexes that make even the fanciest Airbnbs look like backyard sheds. When Jake Paul buys a home, he doesn't settle for a cozy 2-bedroom with a picket fence. No. Jake's vibe is more, if it doesn't look like it belongs on a billionaire's Monopoly board, I don't want it. In 2017, barely old enough to drink, Jake dropped $7 million on a jaw-dropping mansion in Calabasas, California. This wasn't just a house. It was basically a luxury resort with an identity crisis. 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms because apparently one for every day of the week wasn't enough, and a 3-story entryway that practically screams, "Welcome to my ego." Theater room? Obviously. Pool and spa? Of course. Oh, and there's a guest house because why cram all the fun into one building? But the most remarkable feature? This mansion became the infamous headquarters for Team 10, Jake's gang of content creators who spent their days filming pranks and their nights probably breaking every piece of furniture in sight. Imagine a frat house on steroids, but instead of red Solo cups, there were diamond chains and camera gear everywhere. Fast forward to 2021 and Jake was over it. Apparently, Calabasas just didn't have enough vibes for his taste, so he sold the house for $775,000, less than what he paid. Yeah, even rich people take L's sometimes, but don't shed a tear for Jake because this was just a warm-up. By 2023, Jake upped his game and snagged a $20 million palace in Dorado, Puerto Rico. And let me tell you, this place makes his old house look like a tree house. Calling it a home feels disrespectful. It's basically a private island disguised as real estate. We're talking 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, and enough square footage to make you lose a game of hide-and-seek forever. The amenities? Oh, they're ridiculous. A baseball batting cage, because why not? A private movie theater, a pool straight out of a 5-star resort, waterfront walkways, and a music studio where Jake can pretend to be a rapper whenever the mood strikes. And let's not forget the garden. It's not just any garden, it's massive. And Jake plans to turn part of it into an artistic basketball court. This Puerto Rican paradise screams, "I've got more money than sense." And honestly, we're here for it. Jake didn't just upgrade. He went from living like a celebrity to living like royalty. All right, buckle up because it's time to talk about Jake Paul's cars. And trust me, his collection is so ridiculous. It could make a billionaire blush, cry, and question their life choices. Jake doesn't just own cars, he curates them like some kind of hyper-rich gearhead Picasso. Now, his Puerto Rico mansion has a 6-car garage. Reasonable, right? Wrong. Jake owns at least 10 cars. Why? Because when you're Jake Paul, the phrase too much simply doesn't exist. The man needs options. Moods, if you will. Need to turn heads? He's got a car for that. Need to drag race? Covered. Need to casually pick up groceries in something that could bankrupt a small country? Oh, you better believe he's prepared. Next in the lineup is his $100,000 Tesla Model X. Now, you might be thinking, a Tesla? That's kind of practical for Jake Paul, right? Wrong again. This isn't just any Tesla. It's got those futuristic Falcon wing doors that make you feel like you're piloting a spaceship. Plus, it's eco-friendly, which means Jake gets to flex and feel good about the environment while doing it. A win-win for the problem child. But wait, that's not all. Enter the $440,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom, a car that practically screams, "I've arrived and I demand valet service everywhere I go." This thing is so luxurious, it's basically a yacht on wheels. The leather interior, softer than Jake's insults during a press conference. The price tag, high enough to fund a year of college for about 40 people. And yet, Jake rolls in it like it's no big deal. Feeling rugged? Jake's got you covered there too. He owns not one but 2 trucks. A Dodge Ram 1500 TRX and a Toyota Tacoma. Why? Because sometimes you just need a break from your ultra-luxury life to do truck stuff? Maybe Jake's hauling boxing gloves and ego around the island? Who knows? Also, he's got 2 G-Wagon Golf cars. And because Jake doesn't believe in subtlety, let's talk about his Ford Focus RS. If you're imagining a regular hatchback, think again. This car is wild. It's got a custom paint job that looks like someone let a toddler go nuts with neon tie-dye, and the end result is a car that you can spot from the moon. It's quirky, it's over the top, and it's very Jake Paul. Finally, we get to his Ferraris. Yes, plural, because Jake doesn't settle for just one Italian masterpiece. He's got a $400,000 Ferrari 296 GTB and a $600,000 Ferrari SF90 Spider, because apparently the only thing better than owning a Ferrari is owning 2. These bad boys are sleek, fast, and expensive enough to make even the most jaded car enthusiasts say, "Wow, that's insane." Jake Paul's car collection is like his personality, big, loud, and impossible to ignore. Whether he's speeding down a Puerto Rican highway in his Lambo or casually cruising to brunch in his Phantom, one thing's for sure. Jake's not just living the dream, he's driving it. If you thought Jake Paul's car collection was flashy, just wait until we take a look at what he's rocking on his wrist. Because let's be real, when Jake checks the time, he doesn't do it with some average Apple Watch like the rest of us. Oh no. Jake's watch collection could fund a small country, cure at least one major societal problem, and still leave enough change for a private jet. Let's start with his $450,000 rose gold Jacob & Comasy Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon. This watch is somewhat like a portable art museum. Crafted with such mind-blowing detail, the design is inspired by Bugatti's ultra-luxury sports cars. Yes, a watch inspired by cars. Because when you're Jake Paul, you can't just wear a Rolex like some basic millionaire. You need a timepiece that basically purrs like an engine every time you glance at your wrist. If this watch could talk, it would probably say, "You'll never afford me." But wait, because Jake doesn't do anything halfway. His collection also includes a $400,000 Richard Mille RM 72-01 in sleek black ceramic. Think of it as the Batmobile of watches, except it doesn't fight crime. It fights off the haters. And then there's the special edition AET remold Richard Mille RM 0-11. Price tag, over $600,000. That's more money than most people will see in their entire lives, sitting there casually on Jake's wrist like it's no big deal. But Jake doesn't stop at obnoxiously luxurious. No, he also dabbles in subtly expensive. For those moments when he wants to look relatable, he's got a $25,000 Tiffany blue Rolex Oyster Perpetual. It's simple, clean, and classy. Because sometimes you just want to say, "Yeah, I'm rich," but in an understated way. And let's not forget his quirky side. We are talking about the $1,800 Gucci Grip Mickey Mouse watch. Yes, you read that right? Mickey Mouse! Because apparently even Jake Paul occasionally feels nostalgic for Disney. It's the perfect accessory for when you want to pair a childhood classic with, a Lamborghini Huracan. Just when you thought Jake Paul couldn't flex any harder, he pulls out this. During his highly anticipated fight against Mike Tyson on November 15, 2024, Jake debuted what he called the most expensive boxing outfit of all time. And he wasn't kidding. His custom ensemble featured 380 carats of diamonds spread across his boxing shorts, jacket, and shoes. The shorts alone had his name spelled out in bling, while his jacket sported a jewel-encrusted logo for his body care line, W by Jake Paul. The total cost? A cool $1 million, but hey, IT paid off. Jake won the fight and walked away $40 million richer. So yeah, splurging on diamond-encrusted boxing gear was probably worth it. Whether he's knocking out opponents, dropping millions on cars, or flexing his diamond-covered boxing gear, Jake Paul lives life in the fast lane, and then some. Love him or hate him, one thing's for sure. This guy knows how to spend money like it's going out of style. The next time you hesitate over that $5 coffee, just remember, Jake Paul is out there casually dropping millions on supercars, diamond watches, and mansions like it's a hobby. While we're pinching pennies, he's probably buying a Ferrari in cash just because. Life's not fair, but at least your coffee tastes great. Hate on Jake, but like our video and hit the notification bell for more mind-boggling celebrity videos. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. And of course, share your thoughts about Jake's ridiculously expensive toys in the comments section.